Let either of you breathe a word, or the edge of a word about the other things, and I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you, and you know I can do it.
I can almost guarantee you this book is missing from your TBR, especially if you're a seasonal or atmospheric reader. You will finish it in one sitting because you will be on the edge of your seat from page 1. The Crucible is a play written by Arthur Miller. It's a dramatization of the Salem Witch Trials. Now, I know that's not exactly a novel, but if you can get past the formatting, you will be sucked in. I honestly felt like a background character reading these lines. It was an odds-stacked-against-you emotional roller coaster that I did not want to get off of. The Crucible takes place in a Puritan settlement in Salem, Massachusetts in 1962, and it's about this egregious miscarriage of justice fueled by jealousy, hatred, and a severe misinterpretation of scripture. It features a colorful cast of characters whose lives are ripped apart by a wild pack of young girls who just can't seem to make sense of the truth, especially once they get a taste of power. From my perspective, this is a story without a hero, because the moral failings of the accusers and the accused make it difficult for the reader to root for anyone. There are only victims and survivors, because even our young villain, Abigail Williams, was deeply disturbed by the many difficulties she'd endured. This story is ripe with moving dialogue, breakneck pacing, and a good smattering of humor, but it's not a casual read. The themes of greed, false witness, manipulation, societal rejection, and self-loathing stick with you long after you read. Elizabeth, supporting herself against collapse, grips the bars of the window, and with the cry, "Ye have his goodness now! God forbid I take it from him!" The final drum roll crashes, then heightens violently. Hale weeps in frantic prayer, and the new sun is pouring in upon her face, and the drums rattle like bones in the morning air. You can't help but look at our own society through the lens of 17th century puritanical Salem, Massachusetts. The rapid spread of misinformation, the systematic cultivation of mistrusting your neighbor, the willingness to make a lie the truth so as to avoid being accused of attempting to overthrow the court, or being canceled in layman's terms. These are all still common experiences within our society today. It gives the reader pause to reflect on the dark thought that the Crucible seems to whisper beneath its breath. Perhaps we are not so advanced a people after all. The Crucible is a compelling piece of literature, and it does not get enough attention for all of the nuanced themes and moving storyline. It's honestly such a good read, no matter what season you're in. I know it's a dramatization of the Salem Witch Trials, which we traditionally associate with fall and Halloween time, but the deeper themes of the story apply to our lives every single day of the year. If you're interested in a movie version of the story rather than reading it, I highly recommend watching the 1996 version. It features Daniel Day-Lewis and Winona Ryder. From what I recall, the movie script was almost word for word what was written in the play. It was so much fun lining up the scenes in my head with the words on the paper. If you give the story a chance or have already read or watched it, we have to debrief. Who is your favorite character? What was your favorite line? For me, there are too many to choose from, but I love a good villain. Abigail Williams has my heart. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.
Okay.